little bit.
This game also part of the WNBA Commissioner's Cup. It's the first game. Fever now 1-0. The top two teams, one from the east, one from the west, will meet in the title game as an early steal by Hull, the turnover by Chicago, and Sydney Colson will initiate the Fever offense. Leah Boston, 17 of her last 20 in the three-game absence for Caitlin Clark, leads the league in field goal percentage. It shows you right there.
The intentionality to get Aaliyah Boston the basketball tonight is super important for the Fever.
Ariel Atkins had that 26-point performance against the Wings, gets her own miss defended by Hull. 12 on the shot clock. Cardoso tries to get it down low, but they're going to whistle a foul there on Natasha Howard as she was trying to deny the pass. And there we have ice. Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark that might be acting as assistant coaches tonight.
Yeah, their voices certainly were active earlier when we were watching shoot around, and it's tough to have both of them out, but the bright side is that it's early in the season. These are precious moments for other players to figure out how to play and how to win games without those two critical pieces.
Vandersloot off the Reese screen, scoots to the cup and gets the first two for the Sky.
And Vandersloot known for her passing ability, but for the Sky, Tyler Marsh wants her to be aggressive and look to score off of ball screen action when she can.
Colson off the dribble, handoff, gets another screen from Howard, flips it over to Hull, goes right between her legs, able to save it as Nurse defends. 6 to shoot, Hull, Chicago switching on defense. Howard has to do something with it, pump fake, tough shot, drops in.
Great awareness by Natasha Howard. Nice quick catch, turn, and then just got that ball up on the rim.
Atkins, the runner in the lane, it's short, rebound to Boston. Indiana talked about looking to attack and transition any opportunity they have.
Yeah, pace is the name of their game. They want to get up the floor as quick as possible, look to get a high percentage look early. If not, they're going to run their offense.
Howard on the baseline, picks up the dribble. Boston now 4 to shoot. Over to Colson, has to go for 3. Colson buries it, and an early onslaught from the Fever offense.
I'm gonna say, if you're the Sky, that's the shot that you want to give up. Sydney Colson shooting an outside shot.
Nurse pops free. Cardoso down low, defended by Boston. Double team comes in late. Cardoso goes a little window shopping for 2.
Really nice patience on the block. You mentioned the double team. Interested to see how often the Sky will look to double Cardoso on the block.
Mitchell dancing, tries to flip a pass to Boston, turned over. Reese in the open court, open runway, and she gets the easy lay-in. Angel Reese, a season-high 14 points in that victory over Dallas. Was a double-double machine last year. Hull stepping through, no good. Reese with the board. Cardoso running the lane, saves it. Great ball movement here by the Sky. Nurse can't hit it, though.
Yeah, I echo the sentiments about ball movement, especially just getting the ball up the floor and being able to play along the baseline. A lot of contact there between Angel Reese and Aaliyah Boston early.
First foul on Reese. That was an off-ball foul, trying to fight for positioning. Atkins gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. 17 to shoot for the Fever. And if you look at what Indiana's been trying to do in the 3-game absence of Caitlin Clark, obviously she leads the league in assists, and that changes the whole look of the offense. But surprisingly, Ice, the numbers aren't too different. The biggest difference, 13 fewer field goal attempts per game for the Fever.
Yeah, they're getting less shots, and we know Caitlin Clark has so much to do with this offense, whether she's pushing the pace, facilitating, scoring, but a mental mistake there for the Sky, and his backcourt is called.
Atkins was trailing and didn't cross the midline before she caught it, so an unforced turnover. And those are the type of mistakes when we talk to Tyler Marsh that this team is still working through, and they've had 6 days off since their last game, and rhythm versus rest, that's the argument. What do you prefer as a coach?
Well, it's so early in the season that I don't mind having those days off, right? It acts as kind of an additional mini training camp, so to speak, that you can get your players in the gym, practice for 5 or 6 days, and start to work on putting some of those pieces together.
Ball tapped out of bounds. Indiana ball. Let's take a look at tonight. Leads the league as Mitchell pops free down low. Gets the easy lay-in.
A really nice baseline out of bounds execution.
Vandersloot in and out, dribble, lost Colson. Reese to the rim, can't get it. Cardoso comes over, crashes to the floor, and picks up the foul.
What a nifty little dribble from Courtney Vandersloot to shake the defense, and then she drops off the...
Cardoso, third overall pick in 2024, and part of this young core for the Sky is first substitution of the game for Indiana. McDonald, the Arizona Wildcat, signed to a hardship deal on Sunday as part of the injuries for the Fever as Hull rips down the rebound.
And I'm not sure the Fever could have gotten a better hardship contract get than McDonald. She fits their style, their presence. But the defense for Chicago picking up, getting some deflections.
Atkins, some very active hands in the early going. You've already seen Chicago force a handful of turnovers. Now it's Vandersloot initiating the offense. Recently became the Sky's all-time leading scorer, and this time she goes down and she is holding her knee. And that is not a good look at all as her teammates quickly surround her. Foul was called on the play, but all focus now goes to Courtney. Elizabeth Williams on the season shooting 56%, her 10th year. This is the first. Haley Van Lith checking in for Chicago. Okay, she was helped off the court, not putting any weight on that right leg, but Williams able to split a pair of free throws and trim the lead to 2.
So tough to see that for Courtney Vandersloot, and certainly hope she's okay. But both teams facing a little bit of adversity, having certain players out or not at full capacity.
McDonald, a huge triple in the corner, and some early dividends from the Fever bench.
Again, she fits into this system so perfectly with her pace, her ability to shoot the three, and then her high motor. Watch her defensively. She's a pest. She does not relax.
She mentioned just in survival mode right now on this hardship contract, trying to show some good game film to other teams. Atkins, long three, checks up in the rim, hole with the board.
And that was well defended by Kelsey Mitchell and Natasha Howard. Just getting a hand up, contesting all of Atkins' shots.
Mitchell, patient in the corner, flips it up top. Boston, other side. McDonald, another three. I'm loving it. Back-to-back triples for McDonald, and the lead is now 8 for Indiana.
And tremendous ball movement for the Fever. That skip pass. They were looking inside at the mismatch for Howard and left too much space for McDonald.
Reese posting up, couple of pivots, short on the attempt, rebound to Howard.
Here's the pace that Kelsey Mitchell wants to play with.
Mitchell off the Boston screen, loses Atkins, step back midi, knocks it down.
Oh, that's nasty work from Kelsey Mitchell. The separation on the step back.
Fever with their largest lead of the game at 10. Atkins throws it, bounces right into our laps. And that'll be Indiana ball. You don't want to ball.
Range game sometimes becomes a lost art with statistics and loving the three. But when you can get to it anytime you want, when you can pull up on a dime, it is so effective.
We talked to Austin Kelly about Mitchell's game. He said, she's a hooper, and I've just got to let her hoop sometimes. She just needs minor adjustments here or there. And to your point, you find an open shot, you take it, you have the confidence to hit it.
And one of the best scorers in all of women's college basketball is Kelsey Mitchell.
Rebecca Allen, nice take with the left hand as the Aussie checks in.
And this kind of second unit sometimes for Chicago includes Beck Allen, but the veteran coming off the bench just has a great feel for the game.
Chicago leads the league in bench scoring. Mitchell hacked as she goes to the rim. And that foul is going to be on Cardoso. Her first personal. And so far, you've seen the ball movement and player movement for Indiana. And Lexi Hull said something interesting with, we've got to create our own opportunities. And the offense starts to move a little bit longer. We go deeper into that shot clock.
Getting ball reversal. We know Caitlin Clark likes to shoot early in the shot clock sometimes, but getting deeper into the clock, making sure that they're getting the ball from one side to the other. And then paint touches. Can't highlight enough how many times Kelsey Mitchell was talking to us earlier about their offense, and she said touching the paint, putting pressure on the paint, getting a piece of the paint.
Mitchell hits them both, the two-time All-Star. Had 24 points in their last victory, and then this time a foul against Onyenwere, who checks in. The illegal screen, so hard to do sometimes when you're trying to free up some space for your teammate. The discipline to stay still.
It was a quick action, a pitch, and then Hailey Van Lith wanted to come back off the screen, and Onyenwere just not set in her position. And that's another one.
Foul against Boston.
Yeah. I think it was a bit of a hip check. Out of foul trouble. They cannot afford to have her off the floor for significant minutes.
Do you ever feel as a guard, you got to wait for the screen to be set? There's some patience on your part there.
Oh, let me tell you, every coach in America blames that's being built, right? Hailey Van Lith looking to go back door. Just a miscommunication.
Mitchell, the drive and kick. This time that pass sails out of bounds, but Austin Kelly wants to see more of that. Defense collapsing and kicking it out. Atkins been rather quiet in the early going. Lifts out. Mitchell with the board.
Well, she's been getting those looks around the logo area, those floater options, just can't get it to go.
Oh, the backdoor cut blocked by Allen was all over it.
Beck Allen, 6'2", long arms. Is a good defender.
Cardoso trying to get open. Atkins sets a mean screen. The fever switch. Allen thought about the shot. A lot of traffic in the paint. Allen, fadeaway jumper, sticks it.
Beck Allen makes tough shots. And again, it's because of her size that normally the guards that are guarding her are smaller because she's 6'2" and she's long.
Hole, another baseline cut. This time retreats the dribble back out to Boston. McDonald, 10 to shoot. Van Lith defending. Boston, prime positioning down low. Flips a pass to Bonner, can't handle it. And that'll be Chicago ball.
And I don't really love that pass because I think Aaliyah Ball.
Field goal attempts in this game so far. She was just 5 of 5 in their last game. You want to see more Aaliyah Boston.
She should shoot 5 shots probably every quarter. She's shooting 67% from the field.
Cardoso down low, moving furniture, draws the foul and nearly got the and one opportunity, but will head to the line once more. A doubleheader on Ion, Chicago at Atlanta, Dallas at Las Vegas. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Damiris Dantas will check in for the Fever, replacing Lexi Hull, who picked up her second foul. But Camila Cardoso, you look at the post presence for Chicago. They started the season off 0 of 4, struggling with some of the outside shooting, but they've really credited the efficiency of their post players in those back-to-back wins against Dallas.
Again, just the way Aaliyah Boston shoots the ball, but Dantas as well. She makes smart decisions, a very mature player. And then Natasha Howard, a WNBA vet. Oh, good shot fake by Aaliyah Boston. She might have shuffled her feet. Yeah, they called it. Camila Cardoso was on it, huh? She's like, I've seen that in practice before.
All she needed was a whistle at that point. So the turnover by Boston.
Yeah, just a quick shuffle.
Donald with the steal in the inbound, wrapped up by Van Lith, and that's going to be a jump ball. So a heads-up play by McDonald, who on the hardship contract. Pair of twos for the jump ball here. That's going to be won by Chicago. Nurse sprinting ahead. Nurse can't get the lay-in. Bonner rips it down, and now she'll push the break. DeWanna Bonner, in her 15th season, can still move, and how about the finish from Mitchell?
And she may be the quickest guard in the league with the ball in her hands. Cannot stop her getting downhill. And with Kelsey Mitchell, you have to show multiple bodies. You can't just have one defender. She needs to see multiple bodies on her driving lane to stop.
6-second differential between shot and game clock. Allen flips it down low off the rim to Bonner. The Fever will have one more chance here. Dantas, 5 to shoot. Boston over to Bonner. Bonner, pump fake. Bonner tries to get it up before the horn. Bounces out, but Indiana will take an 8-point lead.